I'm delighted today to give you my second perfume review. I've just made a very interesting discovery, fragrance that I've read about so much before, but I've never gotten to try until my shipment arrived from the Bay. Um, the fragrance that I want to discuss actually came out 7 years after the first fragrance I reviewed, called Le Bleu, and this is um, Mitsouko. Mitsouko. I hope I pronounced it correctly. What I have here is the very tiny quarter ounce bottle, and it costs quite a bit, 56 US, but it was so worth it because when I put my nose to the bottle, I was just bewitched. Okay, this I told you I liked Le Bleu so much, but this one is right up there with that fragrance that came out 7 years earlier. So this one came out in 1919. It was inspired it was created by Jacques Guerlain, the same guy who created Le Bleu, and it was inspired by this Japanese heroine in a certain novel written by his friend. So the opening of this is a very strong peach. Okay, it's actually not, it's a synthetic peach aroma. It's the C14 aldehyde, and it is so, this proved to be one of the most long-lasting fragrances on my skin. Okay, after Christian Dior's Original Poison, it is just so green and so fresh, so fruity at the beginning, but it's not the cloyingly sweet fruit that you get from most modern fragrances. Okay, it is a very sophisticated kind of greenness. Someone actually said that it smells like a bowl of a bunch of fresh peaches lying on damp grass, and or greenery. And I so agree with that assessment because it develops into this very green and almost woodsy, and it's kind of damp, mossy, hard notes. Right, I understand that it has some oak moss in the ingredients, and that also the ingredients are actually very few, but they are so well blended and so beautifully crafted that you can't help but be touched by this perfume. Now this one is in the parfum concentration. The other concentration that I just bought recently is this eau de toilette. From the batch code, it actually comes from the 1980s, and this one, surprisingly, it is very similar in development to the parfum that I just showed you. The parfum lasted about 12 hours on my skin, which actually absorbs fragrances very voraciously, and this EDT actually lasted about 5 hours, which was also very long for my skin, and again it has this this fragrance is what they call a chypre, right? It is actually based on green notes, fruits, maybe jasmine. Okay, let me try to recall. Oak moss, peach skin, and citrus, right? Bergamot, and such. And also it has the aldehydes, like I said. The EDT has a bit more sparkle. Okay? The peach note comes at me very strongly, and it sparkles much more than the parfum. I read that the parfum, the toilette, or the eau de parfum is also is even better, okay, because it combines all the greatness of the perfume with the sparkling nature of the EDT or the toilet. So I really recommend that you try this if you haven't. I'm sure that those of you who have tried, I'm sure that more than half of you have already fallen in love with it, and I have fallen head over heels in love with this, which actually can be worn uh, easily by a man as well as by a woman. Alright, so please do try this out, and that's all I have for you tonight. Have a great day.